Well, Zach, there's that old axiom that what goes up must come down. But apparently, when it comes to Ford truck pricing, that's just not true.
All right, Pops, you are spot on about that. 2024 Ford F-150 pricing for the lineup has been released, and let's lead with it right now, Dad. The entry-level trim, the XL, saw a $2,735 price increase year over year for that entry-level trim. We have some options, Dad, and we should note that's a $38,565 price point for the entry-level F-150, and some of those options go all the way up to $84,000 for the Platinum Plus model. Again, these are F-150s, not F-250 Super Duties, F-150s. Dad, Ford pricing has been on the up and up for about 18 months to 2 years now, ever since the part shortage and Tesla came out raising their prices like crazy last year. Other automakers have followed suit. Ford, GM, Stellantis, all doing mid-year and multi-year MSRP increases. This is now a substantial year-over-year MSRP increase for the best-selling truck in the United States of America. Are you surprised to see Ford continue to increase their prices?
Am I surprised? I'm surprised that the increase is as much as it is prior to there being a settlement of the UAW strike. I am fearful for what the price increase will be once there is that settlement on top of this ongoing price increase. So if we've seen $2,700 or whatever it is, that could end up being $3,000, $3,200 once that strike is settled and they can have a better understanding as to what their true costs are going to be again. So I'm just shocked at the size of it. And I'm shocked that there's going to probably be a second price increase shortly after the UAW settlement.
Yeah, I think you're probably onto something. And Dad, when you were in the business 5 years or so ago, manufacturers didn't do this. And what I mean by this is they wouldn't raise their MSRPs during the model year. Well, last year, 2022, that became very normal as a result of Tesla doing it week in, week out with all of their models. Well, other automakers, Ford and GM, for example, they followed suit. We saw multiple price increases for base MSRPs across multiple trim levels, option packages, etc. last year. And what you're alluding to here is, I think this is the low water mark of the increase that we'll see on the F-150s. This is the minimum price increase that you're going to experience on a 2024 F-150. The maximum, I think, is unbounded. Theoretically, it's like if they want to raise the MSRP in 3 months, they will. They've proven they will. And the unfortunate reality in all this, Dad, F-150 sales were up 13.4% last quarter. Okay, full-size trucks in the United States of America, mainstream full-size trucks, up 14.3% year over year. So we should be pointing the finger back at ourselves. You know what, Ford, keep raising the prices. Why not? Because evidently people are still buying them, and that's going to give them the confidence to continue to increase their prices.
When you look at this and you look at the sales stats, as the manufacturer, there's no reason for you not to continue to raise your prices. You will continue to raise your prices until the public finally decides that they're no longer going to buy the product. That's what's going to determine the new pricing. It is completely driven by what the market is willing to pay. And the market is you and me, Mr. and Mrs. America. As long as you are willing to continue to pay these prices, they ain't going to lower them. Once you show in numbers that you are no longer willing to pay these prices, then they will be forced to lower them. So I know we talk about greedy dealers and greedy manufacturers all the time, but what allows them to be greedy is us, consumers, who continue to figure out ways to shell out the money to buy these things. I hate to say it, but it's our fault that the manufacturers are asking what they're asking for these vehicles because we continue to keep buying them at these inflated prices.
Part of that is the marketing machine, Dad. We have seen automakers intentionally cut back entry-level options in the market. Justin on our team did incredible research earlier this year documenting the perilous decline of entry-level full-size pickup trucks. Pair that with the breaking news on this Ford 2024 pricing announcement that the Raptor and Raptor R have respectively seen their prices go up $1,255 and $2,404 each. You now have, Dad, $80,000 and $111,000 pickup trucks. And the only reason people are buying them, the marketing machine. The idea that if I'm driving in my neighborhood, I really hope that we can find some like B-roll footage of this. I don't know if it exists, but I really want to see someone picking their kids up from school in the suburbs in their Raptor R. Like, someone explain to me how that makes any sense other than the marketing machine working its magic, convincing people that they need $111,000 pickup trucks when you could, I don't know, just have like an Isuzu Trooper and put a freaking tow hitch on it when you need to use a pickup truck once a year. Like, that would do it, gang. That would do it.
Well, I think what you just suggested in an odd way is it's time to bring Joe Isuzu back to America. And it's time to reintroduce America to the Isuzu automobiles and trucks out there. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. One
other piece to this puzzle, Dad, NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, they provide data dating all the way back to 1966 on recalls. And when you look at this pie chart, you see that 3 automakers lead the league, and not by a little, by a lot in terms of recalls. And those would be Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler, Stellantis now, which also includes Ram.
Yes.
Those automakers are the ones that are increasing their prices of these full-size pickup trucks more and more and more. And all the while, all the data points to the quality of those vehicles being lower and lower and lower than their competition. You got to help me make sure I understand, how does 1 + 1 = 3 in this situation? Why do more people buy these things when the prices are higher, the quality is lower, yet they still seem to be, and the data shows it, they're flying off the shelves?
Probably has to do with the fact that they are ingrained to buy American, and whether the product is as good a product as what some of the foreign brands might be is irrelevant to a lot of people out there. And so they will continue to support American brands. The truth of the matter is, these American brands are filled with a lot of foreign parts. So it doesn't really matter, but they are American companies, and a lot of Americans want to support these companies. And unfortunately, these companies have taken advantage of the public because they realize that they don't have to produce vehicles in the same quality and manner as those foreign brands. Because they know that the vast majority of Americans want to buy an American-made vehicle.
It's a really good point, Pops. And so long as people keep, shelling out their hard-earned money to buy these big pickup trucks, they'll continue to raise the prices. We'll keep our eyes on price increases from the other automakers, as well as any of those midstream price refreshes. I don't even know what to call them anymore. Tesla has just normalized dynamic pricing for cars, which is a totally new concept. So we'll keep our eyes and ears on the watch for that, and we'll share anything we learn back here on the channel.
The difference is Tesla's lowering them and everybody else is raising them.
Hey, it wasn't always like that. Tesla last year was raising them, and now they're definitely sticking it to them by lowering them like every week. So yes, that's definitely happening now.
Elon has a giant fork and he's sticking it at them going, I'm pretty sure you're done.